All right, my YouTubers. I'm not recording this with my microphone today because I'm recording from my phone and not from my computer for the podcast. But this is a little bit of a science, not a science experiment, but I am working on figuring out what works best for my channel and for you guys and what you want. Because I mean, you have my episodes on my podcast. You don't get to see some of the mini episodes on my channel because I don't put those daily diary entries on there. But this is Michelle Train, a Divorce Diary Show podcast. I'm coming from the warm bedroom. I'm just gonna fucking do this. Look, you're gonna see my crotch now. What is that, right? My coffee is... Oh, fuck, I just spilled it all over myself. Guys, what is wrong with me? All over my bed. Oy. And I don't have napkins. I have no paper towels. This is the real Divorce Diaries moment that you're experiencing. So I just spilled coffee on my bed, which is fine because I love coffee. So nothing that, whatever. This is the hot mess. Okay. I want to catch you. I have no paper towels, so I have to, there we go. This is life. Living La Vida Loca. Okay. I'm on set today for New York Homicide. Very excited. But I wanted to do a quick podcast. Not quick. I want to do my... Coffee's all over my leg. I've been recording the podcast Thursdays, 9 a.m. But I also do these mini episodes that are just audio, that are on Spotify and Apple and all that stuff. But this is on my YouTube channel, which I really want it to grow. So I didn't have... I wasn't going to do this today, but I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I have to be consistent. All right, so just let's get you updated. What's going on? I am on set this week for today and tomorrow, apparently, New York Homicide. And I just hosted for Pete Corielli this weekend up in Inez Comedy Club, and it went really well. I think it went really well. Pete was very sweet. I'm a huge fan of him and Sebastian's podcast. They call it The Cast. I guess I missed the boat on understanding that because I've been watching it and listening. I'm going to listen to it more because I always watch the clips. And I watch it on Instagram and stuff. Pete and Sebastian show. Anyway, huge fan. Funny guy. Humble. Sweet. His shit was on point. You could tell he's a writer and he's really funny. And I just hope that, I get to work again with him and his wife. He talks about his wife so amazingly. It makes, on stage he does, but then, backstage he does too. And it's he's a good dude. And he has a good marriage. And, that puts some faith into, that gives me some faith, I guess. I don't know. The guy that I was talking to months ago that hit issues with my, the fact that I'm not Jewish. And then I freaked out about the Facebook picture after months of us going back and forth. Not months, a month going back and forth about can we date and is it worth down the road. It was such a huge issue for him to date me and not just let things happen. It to the point where it was what do you just have commitment issues? I've never felt like someone just created nothing out of nothing more so than with this guy, in the very beginning, because we were enjoying each other and he ruined it right away. And I have to be honest with you, I kept saying to myself, I can't be the only person he's done this with. I mean, I'm not stupid. I know what I do in relationships I don't even have relationships. I know what I do to go off the fucking... I know what I do that goes off the path of normalcy. But for him, it seems like he finds things wrong. It doesn't seem like he wants a relationship, even though he might want a relationship. Just maybe it seems like I want a relationship, but maybe I don't. I keep falling for these guys that don't want relationships. So We started talking again last month because when I told him, like, I ended talking with him because, like, I saw this picture on Facebook that bothered me, and it was like, all right, what the fuck? 2 women, whole thing. And long story short, I blocked him on Facebook, and I told him I didn't want to go see him he wanted to take me to celebrate my dad's life, blah, 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 blah. So then a month later, about 2 months later, I reached out and said, do you hate me? Because I had been releasing a lot of podcast episodes about the situation. And I noticed he kind of blocked me on WhatsApp, which was weird because I was like, why would you block me on WhatsApp? I don't even use that. How did I know? I looked on it on New Year's Eve. Anyway, and he doesn't. And we had a nice conversation. And then he kept and then after that, he's been texting me since. But not like when it was in the beginning, but like about my neck, because I've been having neck pain. By the way, it's arthritis and other stuff going on. There's it's a protruding, overly protruding neck or something. I don't fucking know. Like, I felt like crying because the way they explained it on the x-ray, it sounds like what the boys used to make fun of me with when I was in 8th grade. They used to call me ostrich. And now my ostrich neck is causing me pain. So 8th grade, it caused me pain. And now 40 years old, it's 41. It's causing me pain too, but it's okay. I like ostriches. I think I'm just going to embody who I am. I'm an ostrich. So we rekindled this conversation, talking and stuff. I have to be honest with everybody. Obviously, I still had hope that he would want to see me and really set our souls on fire, but no. And he just kept going back and forth about how it would be worse in the long run, and we will go back to the place that we were a couple months ago, and that's not good. I'm like, dude, you created all of that with your fucking bullshit about religion being the excuse when I find out he doesn't even go to temple regularly. It's like, what? So you can select what you want to be religious with. So you can select what's most important in your religious beliefs, and that's fine. But me being non-Jewish, you can't slip under the window and say it's okay, she still wants to learn. Like, that's what I didn't understand. That's why I like I said, I think it's a bunch of bullshit. But because he said to me, he never would be able to have the ultimate relationship with a non-Jewish woman. That's basically what he said, not exactly what he said. Because then when I would say that, he'd be like, well, that's not what I'm saying. But then he would say it. Then he was going on about how he's from the direct bloodline of Adam. Now, that's a whole thing. I might be getting that wrong, so don't quote me on it. But that was a whole conversation. I was like, my jaw dropped. And he didn't want to share it with me because he was afraid that I was going to put it on his podcast, which I'm doing right now. And I don't know if he listens to the YouTube channel. I hope he doesn't. And if you do, and you're looking at this and you're watching it, maybe we could help somebody else out with this information. I don't understand you. Like, I don't get you. And most people at this point be like, why do you care? He doesn't like you like that. But we really did have a nice connection. So fuck you, you're a schmuck. So, okay, let's cut to the fact that we've been texting. He's been texting me. The majority of times I hear from him, the majority of times we talk, he reaches out to me. There are a sprinkle of 1 or 2 times where I have reached out to him. Yes, but it's like twice. I count because I want to make sure it's not going to be held against me later on. Well, you're reaching out to me. No, bitch. You reached out to me exactly 10 times and I've reached out, all right, this is getting weird. Either way, he doesn't want to see me. Because he thinks it's going to like stir up bad emotions and all this other stuff. Or I won't be able to like let it go. He didn't say that, but that's basically what he's saying. I don't know what he means. I won't let things go. Trying to stick to not being all over the place. So we decide and then finally on Valentine's Day when he texted me, I felt that was huge because he doesn't celebrate Valentine's Day and he was thinking about me, he said, but then he also wanted to wish me all the romance and love. I have to do this for my arthritis in 2023. So I was like, huh? But I felt like it was a good thing that he messaged me on Valentine's Day. I also think there could be I also think there in the back of my head, I'm like, is he talking to somebody else? Because I asked him when we first started talking, I said, are you seeing somebody? Because I don't want to continue this if you are. He's like, I don't really want to answer that because even if I'm not, then when I do go on a date with somebody, I have to feel like I have to tell you. And I was like, what? So I feel like, okay, maybe he's not, but now maybe he is. I don't know. Fuck, I really don't know. What happened was after we go back and forth about seeing each other again, whatever, he still keeps messaging me how my neck is, how I'm feeling, all this other stuff, which I do like. Because it's all, but I told him, I wish we could just meet then and not like go through this whole thing. So one weekend I was in Philly 2 weeks ago for my daughter's competition. He messaged me 11 o'clock at night. How are you feeling? And I have been hurting. My body has been hurting. So I was like, you know what? Fuck it. I sent him like sexy pictures of myself and he was like, whoa. And we talked about how maybe we should spend a weekend together. I brought it up because I was like, it would be nice to just enjoy each other's company and emotional connection. And he agreed. He's like, but then the next day when we talked about it on the phone, he's like, but wouldn't it be worse? And when I got off the phone with him, I was like, this makes me feel so bad inside. Like just him negating me again. And I'm sure he would say, well, it would be worse if we did do it. Yeah, but it's so awful how like this guy doesn't realize he's a fucking schmuck for passing on me. And I don't realize what a schmuck I am for sitting in it, you know, for like dwelling on it. I'm disappointed still from the whole thing. So I have not heard from him since that conversation. And after the conversation, you know, we got off the phone. He's like, oh yeah, let me think about it. Cause like, I didn't say yes to it, but I said, proposed it. And he's like, yeah, I mean, but wouldn't that be worse? And I would love to do that. And I got off and I said, you know what? If you can't think about spending more than a weekend with me, then it's not a good idea. I need emotional and physical consistency or something, whatever I wrote. And he wrote, 40 minutes later, he wrote, I hear you. And that was it. And I have not heard from him since. And it actually really hurts my feelings that I haven't, because all these other times he's been messaging me how my neck is, and he has not messaged me once since that day. And now I know that like I could have messaged him, which I'm very, very close to doing, because I want to get it off my chest how fucking annoyed I am now that you don't even say, hey, how are you? After I shared all those thoughts with you. I mean, I wanted to. He didn't ask me to. I wanted to. I shared them. But like, you can't now almost 2 weeks has gone by. And now's the moment in time where you decide, yeah, we shouldn't talk right now after I've shared my naked body with you. Like physically, you know. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, in other words, like, yeah, I shared it with you as like like, you know, my thoughts with you. But, and you don't have any obligation. You don't have to text me. But like, I find it interesting that you would text me how my neck is for weeks on and off. But after I'm sharing these intimate thoughts and feelings with you, let's scurry back because the light's on. I'm a cockroach. That, you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. All right, this is longer than I thought. So what I'm going to tell you is stay tuned for more. I don't know what's going to happen. I really don't want to text him, and I want something to allow me to feel I would like something to happen in a good way that will remove the urge for me to want to have to get this off my chest, because I actually don't want to text him. And because I know that if I get it off my chest, it's not going to do much. He's not going to feel bad. He doesn't care enough about me. He doesn't care. Even if he said, I care about you, Michelle, like they say that, you don't care about me. You care about you and what I've done for your ego. If you cared about me, we'd be having coffee right now. If you cared about me, we'd be doing all those things that I wrote about. If you cared about me, and like, because I can't understand caring for another person and not wanting to see them. With my ex-husband, I cared enough to leave the marriage because I didn't want to cheat, right? So I can understand those kinds of things. For him and I, like, you don't care enough about me. We don't know each other that long. And you're making me feel shitty inside. I mean, his behaviors have made me feel shitty, but this is life. All right, so here we go. It's been a 15-minute session with us. Now, keep tuning in. I'm going to keep you posted on what's happening next on set. And if you guys like these, where I post these once every Thursday, please let me know in the comments. Subscribe to my channel. Buy my Amazon Prime special, because if you buy it, you help me fund season 1 for Divorce Diaries and other content stuff that we want to bring to you for free. But yeah, no, that makes no sense. I'm like, buy it, but then you'll get it for free. All right, it's $10. Okay, it's cheaper than a ticket to the live show. So, and then also when I'm in your city, come to the live show, because it's even better. I might not wear a bra like I'm not today. Okay, I love you guys. Stay tuned for more. Boca Raton is March 23rd. Punta Gorda is 24th and 25th. I'm doing this not to point to my my vagina, but sorry. I'm doing this not to point to the fact that I need a wax on my legs, but because you need to buy a ticket if you're in those areas. I'm going to be at Funny Stop Comedy Club in Ohio too, which is in Cuyahoga Falls, on May 12th and 13th. And then we're planning a Texas tour. Although I don't even want to say it now, because they keep going back and forth. So let's hope for Texas in August. But stay tuned for more. Love you guys. Love, 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 love you. And if you want to join my email list, I'm working on figuring out how to do that on my website. Drop me an email. divorcediariesshow@gmail.com. Just drop me an email. Hey, we love your fucking show. Or hey, bitch, I want to be on your email list. And then I'll put you on my Google spreadsheet, on my Excel spreadsheet. Love you guys. Mwah.